Hey y'all, hey y'all. What's up? What's up? Intro. Let's get this intro playing for y'all real quick. Bring y'all in real quick.
You in the presence of a queen, nigga. I could change your life. Do you wanna be my king? I rule your world.
Yes, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Big Tip with the big drip. Come with me. Let's enjoy a sip today. On tonight's topics, well, we're in the afternoon today. We have Miss GG, aka Virginia Wilkens, one half of 1 o'clock. Baby, you guys are in for a treat. It is International Women's Day. Shout out to all the female business owners. Special shout out to all the black female business owners. We love you. We appreciate you. We support you. You know, let's get it. um, just about to hit my guest up just to see where she's at. So while we're about to get waiting for our guest, let me just fill you in on what the Picnic is. The Tipsy Picnic is a formal introduction into Tipsy Fiend Mobile Cocktail Bar LLC, as well as Tipsy Fiends Hookahs and Cigars. I wanted to do this at picnic style because I thought about back in the day when we had Stone Soul Picnic, when we had wine festivals all the time, jazz festivals, um, Caribbean festival, the AFRAM, um, and things of that nature. We still have festivals around, but I want to just be more towards the underground local people. My featured artist is Jai Ivy. She's a local R&B singer, and I'm telling you, she is a monster with the vocals. I'm telling you, you guys will meet her on tomorrow evening, and I'll get that flyer posted tonight. But you guys are in for a treat, and I want you guys to know one thing for certain, two things for sure. You're getting a lot for $15. We have merchants for you guys to shop from and support other black owned entrepreneurs that you'll be able to support. Yesterday, you got to meet LeBan Whitfield of Red Design. He's very dear to me. He designed my logos for Tipsy Fiend. And yeah, come on, y'all. Get them tickets up. Eventbrite link will be on my Tipsy Fiend Facebook page, and I will post it. I gotta remember to post it this time for real. I'll post it on my YouTube link in the comments. Matter of fact, let's see. Hey, one of my brides is watching. Hey, Delisa, how are you? She's booking me for her wedding and her bachelorette. So, brides, don't get yourself in a fret. If you need me for both, I can do both. And I also give discounts to my brides who book me for both. Trying to get my laptop leveled here, you guys. I'm sorry. Um, so um on my end of the Tipsy Picnic, I will have my girl Jaleesa. She will be with me. She's going to have the candy shot glasses for you guys. Oh my God, I cannot wait until we can have some of those. Listen, you guys are in for a treat, okay? And at my station, I will have cognac, whiskey, bourbon, and brandy at my station. and I will have pre-made cocktails at my station, and then also cocktails in cups that you can buy if you don't want what's already pre-made. But those will be the only ones that you can buy. I will only have those type of spirits. I will have bourbon, whiskey, um, cognac, and um, brandy at my station. Other stations will have sangrias, we'll have tequila cocktails, we'll have vodka cocktails, and we'll have gin cocktails. So, hey, I'm telling you, do not miss out on this event. You do not want to miss this. I'm trying to tell you, this is going to be a lit event. She's about to hop up on now, so once she get on, we'll bring her in. And yeah, man, I really am looking forward to this. We got Mac, my little brother. He's a hip hop artist, an underground hip hop artist. He is dope. He need to be signed like ASAP Rocky. Okay, period. He um he just does something different to that style or genre of hip hop that he performs. I just, I like it. You want that rum punch? I got you, baby. I got you. You want that rum punch? Oh yeah, we definitely gonna have some of that there. Um, what else can I? What else? What I got for y'all? And I got brother Kelvin Tucker starting it off for us. You'll meet him tomorrow. He's going to bring that soulfulness, that spirituality that we all need. I'm telling you. I cannot wait. I haven't seen this guy perform in years, and I'm telling you, you are not going to want to miss this. Like, we might have some other performers, and then I'm gonna throw a little cipher up in there, man. And once I get everything confirmed, y'all, I got a surprise when it comes to the host. I'm holding out on that. I'm holding out on that because I don't want people just to be buying tickets because of the host. But I'm telling y'all, y'all do not want to miss this. And my special guest is here. She's backstage waiting for me to bring her in. So, without further ado, I'm going to add my girl, Miss Gigi, a one half of 1 o'clock to the live stream. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I play too much.
Hey,
Hey girl.
how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. How are you
I'm
today? It looks like it's a nice day
doing good.
outside. You been outside?
Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment earlier. Yeah, it actually feels way better than what it said it was gonna be today. So it's really nice. It's really nice.
Oh, okay, good. Cause me and the baby girl have a nail salon date afterwards, so
Oh,
I can't
yeah,
wait.
she's gonna have a ball then.
Yeah, probably go get some food after that with her. Do a little pre-birthday kickoff for her. She'll be the big
Oh yeah,
12.
I forgot. Uh oh, it's this week, right?
Yeah, Yep, Thursday.
Mm.
It's crazy. So, we introduced you on here as a makeup artist. Tell us about Gigi of 1 o'clock. Give us some background
Okay.
information on that.
A little bit in this chair. Oops, sorry, boot. Damn dog everywhere. All right, here we go. So I'm Gigi. 1 half of 1 o'clock. I pretty much handle most of the events, kind of like day-to-day stuff like ordering, delivery, ordering, shipment, things like that, and kind of the scheduling portion of our tastings. 1 o'clock happened about almost 3 years ago, which started over. drunk conversation between two friends. We originally came from a fashion and beauty background, as you stated. My business partner is also a designer. So when I met her, I actually met her daughter first. Her daughter was modeling for a sneaker company, and I did makeup for the photo shoot. We became um, cool that way, and then she ended up being one of my clients. Did her makeup a couple times, and then we immediately became friends. Um, Her daughters are my nieces. My son is her nephew. Like we hang out all the time. Um, Fast forward to about a couple, maybe about 2.5 years ago, we were having a conversation about doing something different or possibly going into business together. And we came up with doing a beauty supply store. Well, Shades of Beauty, shouts out to them, had came out um, in the shopping center near us. Literally, oh, literally about less than 90 days after we had started trying to plan this in particular. So we considered it as a like back to the drawing board type of thing. Maybe it didn't work out for us to do it that way. And so she called me one night and was like, "Well, what about us doing wine?" And so I said, well, if we did one, I definitely don't want to do a typical liquor store. I wanted to be something classy, maybe more like a wine bar, something that people would like really gravitate to, especially because we're both in the realm of beauty and fashion. And so um, originally our concept was just to do pop-ups. So we would do events around the city. They would be themed, decorated really nice, and then we would use that as a way to bring awareness to our business. And once we got to a certain level of brand awareness, then we would use that to pivot our business to the next step, which would be for us to get our own brick and mortar space to be able to do what we did for the events um, all the time. And so we literally were in talks with Broadway Market to do a recurring happy hour, and then the pandemic hit and shut everything down. So that meant no restaurants, no event halls, and of course, because I do makeup, no weddings, nothing. So
Right.
about 6 months or so, from about March till maybe like August or September, we kind of were at a standstill. So eventually, we had somebody from Broadway Market contact us about possibly looking at a space in Mount Vernon. And I used to live around the corner from Mount Vernon, so we frequent there all the time. So we went to go take a look, and we liked the space. It was just a shell, and we could see the potential in it. So we decided to go ahead and go ahead and rent the space. And so we've been there officially since November 14th of 2020.
Wow. Well, so you guys have really, put your plan together and came a long way in a quick amount of time, I would say.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
might not feel like it, but it definitely, came it definitely came a long way. I kind of feel, the same with my business. I kind of started off doing like the vendor ran events as well because I was a bartender for so many years. I was like, I want to do this on my own. So I tested out the market, and it don't take me long to figure out how I'm going to do something because
Yeah, I'm the
honestly, like
same way. Like
one of
after we did the event, we were like, if we don't make no money from this event, then we could just wash it. But we bought $1,000 worth of inventory, and I think we left with maybe about maybe like 150 to $200 worth of inventory after the event.
mhm, mhm.
So we definitely was like, okay, so this is something that we could definitely continue to keep doing.
I'm sorry. Shelby has an interview. a job interview, and then at the same time I scheduled your interview. And we that's why I was like, I had everybody's like stuff, mixed up earlier.
Oh, no
But
problem.
yeah, I'm sorry, but so he just being phony right now because he would be with his daddy if he wasn't busy. So what is a common myth about your job field, or being, having a wine, store, and what do you feel like is common if people think,
So the
about.
common myth I would probably say first up is that we drink all the time. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I drink
No, you get tired.
I think I drink less now that I'm in the wine industry than when I wasn't,
Mhm.
because I don't really
Yep.
have time to. My mind is always thinking about the next event. Like even when we are in the middle of an event, I'm on the customer feedback,
Oh,
customer
it's so
engagement
beautiful
side of
too.
it. So I'm like, okay, what's the next thing that we have that we could possibly make an event out of? What's the next thing
Mhm.
that we have that we could do a sale on? Am I doing too many sales? Like there's a lot of things that go into navigating this space, and I think a lot of people don't understand. But that's like probably one of the biggest myths is that we drink all the time. Um,
Yes, you get tired of
I
drinking.
yeah, like it like when you do make like okay for me for example, I'm a makeup artist. Everybody knows that I've been doing makeup since 2013. I barely wear makeup.
Yeah, you
If
get tired.
if I'm going out with friends, like if I'm going out with friends or I'm on vacation, somewhere where it don't require me to whip out a kit and do somebody else, 9 times out of 10 you might see me with a face on, but most times it's just a little light fade.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so that's definitely
Hey,
one of the
hey,
biggest
no.
misconceptions. And besides that is like I'll do a second one. I feel like with business, like one of the biggest misconceptions is that like once you got a business you got money. Like no.
What? You don't
No,
even know. Like, I do not
no,
have $10 till Friday. I don't. I don't
yes.
got $10 till
Absolutely not.
Friday.
Like
But
people
you
have the
can
worst
order
thing.
you can order, and people were hitting me up with like in the height of the pandemic, and knowing I'm selling mason jars. Some of my mason jars at that time were $10. And you can't buy a mason jar from me, but you want me to give you $10 till Friday. I don't have it.
Right.
No.
And it's like at the end of the day, when you start a business, you funneling all your money into your business.
Everything.
Uh,
Everything.
all of it. And then the grant money and stuff, it come when they want to. Um, the investments or the big deals, they come when they want to. You just have to remain positive. And a lot of people don't really understand that at the end of the day, a lot of that goes unsaid. Like it's stressful, but most of the
Yeah,
time that
because it's hard to get these grants, especially, for me. I would say
mm,
I don't have like a location like you guys have, your store in Mount Vernon. So that was the one of the biggest reasons why I got turned down for a lot of grants. And it's even still the grant process within itself is just really not easy for anybody.
yeah,
You
because
really have to
even if you
preach
got a
it.
space, yeah, because like even if you right now, that was one of our biggest things too. Was in the beginning we didn't have a space, and so a lot of people wasn't trying to like give us inventory or any of that stuff, even though we had a space that was zoned for delivery. But when we got a
Mhm.
physical space, you still had to go through all this red tape, and then now that we have a space and we got a bunch of other stuff that's like a key component to actually having some sort of income or like some sort of grant money coming in, it's still a bunch of fine print stuff that we got to deal with now. Like,
Mm.
oh, have you filed
Exactly.
taxes? Do you have an employee? It's like, no, girl, I just opened this business like 2 years ago. I don't have time for any of those
Exactly.
things. So it's just a whole lot.
So, with that being said, what would you say is the biggest challenge that you guys face with your business?
I would say brand visibility. I feel like a lot of times right now, especially right now with the age of technology, and the TikTok and all the other stuff, like they basically want you to dance every 5 minutes for something. And I feel like realistically, at the end of the day, um, I have a lot of ideas that people don't see based off of popularity. And I feel
Mhm.
like because I'm not one of the big name wine bars or whatever the case may be, that
Right,
means I'm not
and
doing
I
anything that I deserve. But it's like if I really ran
yeah,
down a list of things that I've done or things that we've done already, then a lot of people will be like, "Oh, okay, well." So for me, I try not to focus on that anymore, and the reason being is because that doesn't really, it equates to monetization, but not a large part of it. So I'm more focused on now getting the corporate money, because when you get corporate money,
mhm,
that
mhm.
starts to open your business up to a lot of other things. So we are in talks with the National Kidney Foundation. We're in talks with a couple other people to try to do some things. So that's really my goal this year, is for us to put together some really dope events or really dope things to kind of get more noticed on a
Because
larger scale, so that way we can just start getting that corporate coin, because that's really it.
that's where the money is at. Like I'm in
Mhm.
talks with the Baltimore Aquatic Foundation,
Okay.
and just and also like the mayor's office for their Christmas party and stuff like that. Well,
Hmm.
crazy story is the mayor used to be a customer when I worked at a bar down by the courthouse. He used to come there sometimes, I guess, after, work
Oh,
hours, get a
okay.
little sippy sip. So, you know, it was nice to see him, still want to support me, now that I
Yeah.
have my own, business. So that's what I'm working on. I've called you and I told you how hard it is for me, and but I was focused on the wrong. I had to realize I was focused on the wrong thing. So that is a big challenge, trying to get over the fact that you don't have to impress like these Instagram folks in
Yeah.
order to, like, a lot of my customers who found me now found me off of Google or just like a random hashtag on Instagram. They haven't found me from somebody referring them to my Instagram. I get a lot of word of mouth. So it's important to
Yeah.
not focus, on that type of situation because, you know, when I mention that and they, 1 o'clock, I partner with 1 o'clock sometimes. People like, oh, what's 1 o'clock? What's 1 o'clock? And then when I tell them, and they, my bride, she was shout out to Jaleesa again. She still talking about that
Yeah.
rose, and she never had it before. So you picked out a good one, and to know that you're not just somebody who's just like, I won't mention, but a certain housewife who is kind of doing the same thing that you're doing, but she's not involved in her business at all. And when I went to Atlanta, it showed. And
Oh,
I will say this: when you get involved in something, it's always important to provide yourself or educate yourself in some type of knowledge or skill in what you're doing, and not just putting your name and your face on something, because
that's very
people
true.
make that mistake all the time, and then you won't get the longevity that you're looking for going into something blindsided, or you won't get the customers you're looking for going into something blindsided.
No,
You just
a
gonna
lot of
be.
people don't understand that either. That's why we're very particular about stuff that we do with other people. Now, some stuff we do give an
Yeah.
opportunity to, and then
Hmm.
just to see, based off of how they present themselves, and then once we do the event, we'll know in the future if we want to associate ourselves with that particular brand. Like for you, example, we've always worked with you at any capacity. We've always worked together. I've done your makeup. I bought stuff from you. Vice versa. And so we've always
Hmm.
been on a support train with the two of us. So naturally, when you asked us to do the event, I was down for it because I know you have been waiting so long to finally get
Listen, have a launch party.
to
Period.
finally get the leadership. able to do an event even as small as just a little happy hour. So like for you to now be
Mhm.
able to do something as large as you doing an event at the Why Not Lie, it's like, girl, okay, let me get my stuff together so we can be out there and support you. Because at the end of the day,
Right.
you're giving an opportunity for us, but you now have an opportunity to put on something so that way you can show people like, hey, this is what I do. I've been doing this, like, and welcome in the income. So that way people can be
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, girl, I didn't even know she did this. Or, people who've seen your work before and didn't have a chance to try it out. It's like, okay, now I can patronize her right then and then.
Now,
And so when
yep.
they do so, they're like, okay, well then I'm a stick with her from now on. And that's like people start to get more aware of who you are and what you do. And that's another reason why, like, even on our page, like sometimes we'll repost a lot of stuff, and not even if we tagged, but I'll repost a lot of stuff that's women owned and women operated, because people need to have more awareness of different businesses that they didn't know of before.
Exactly.
On
Exactly.
our whole concept of our business, when we work with different people for wine and things like that, is strictly because we want people to be aware of all these other businesses that aren't the popular ones that taste just as good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So with that being said, you mentioned, we collabed on a lot of different things before. How important is it to, collaborate with other people in your industry versus looking at them as a competitor?
I feel like it is super important to collaborate, um, no matter no matter the level of collaboration. And the reason being is because, like you said before, word of mouth is everything. But in addition to that, a lot of people don't realize that one hand wash the other with certain things. So, for example, if my business has more awareness on social media, or whatever the case may be, and yours doesn't, but I know that you had the potential to be great, you just need somebody to see you. Then
To
if
push
I
you.
say, hey, I'm doing an event and I need some cocktails, I'm going to use you because I know that all you need is a shot. All you need is somebody
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, girl, these drinks is good. Where'd you get them from?
Listen.
Oh, I work with this local motel company, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, then I'm going to book her too. And so then you start to cultivate these relationships with these people where when you kind of set the standard, like, I only use this person for this, or I only use this person for that, because um I've had experience with them and I always get good business. So if people trust you and trust your work and trust your word, then they're like, okay, well then I know I need to book with her too, because if that's the only person you work with, then that means that she's exclusive, or whatever the people thinking they.
Mm-hmm.
But it also lets them
Right.
know that, okay, you work with them on a consistent basis, and you put your business on the line, or you put your word on the line to ensure that these people really know what they're doing. And so for me, I always love to collab with people, because at the end of the day, you need a team, regardless of what you're doing. You need a team to make things happen. And I feel like we can work together in the same field and still be able to do things.
And
Like
still be able
you
to do things.
and still be able to make money. Like, we sell wine, you make cocktails, but you also make cocktails with alcohol. I have access to alcohol, so I can help you to get your stuff together. So that way, it might cut a cost somewhere. Um,
And the thing about it is it's a relief in a sense because I don't have to per se focus on the sangrias. I know that you can handle that part and the wines. I don't gotta, that's a relief off of my back. I can focus on what my expertise is, and that's the cocktail portion of it. So if I'm doing an event, why not,
exactly.
take some pressure off myself? And I
And
think
see, that's
people look
another
at
thing too. I think people don't realize that, like, at the end of the day, the money is going to come regardless. So that's just like for me, for example, I can do hair and makeup, but most
it.
sometimes if I'm doing a larger party, like weddings or something like that, I split that duty up because I've been down that road where I feel like I'm overwhelmed or I'm overworked, and I could have just went ahead and hired somebody else to help me out. So I know
Mhm.
from experience that at the end of the day, we all gonna eat. We all gonna still make some money somehow. But at the end of the day, if I give somebody else an opportunity, I don't know what they were going through before I reached out to them and said, "Hey, I got some money for you." So at the end of the day, if people don't realize that the money gonna come regardless. But
Exactly.
if I ruin one wedding, it's gonna take me a while to rebuild my business. But if I do five weddings with me and somebody else that I hired, I can continue to keep making money because now my business is known for efficiency. Now my business is known for getting a job done in a decent time. Now my business is known for making the situation stress free. And so at the end of the day, even with wine, I try to make it so when we do things, it's not a situation where people feel like they're not getting the experience. If you feel overwhelmed, you never gonna get the right. You never gonna get.
Nope.
You never have it where people are receiving the experience because you feel overwhelmed. Like even when we do our wine tasting, the wine tasting take only about 45 minutes, but I schedule an hour out, and I also
Mhm.
schedule a break in between us scheduling tastings. And the reason being is because at the end of the day, I need to eat, I need to regroup, I need to clean up, I need to reset for the other walk up customers. So at the end of the day, if I don't get a lot of that stuff done in between, the next people that come in are not going to get me at 100%. So
Exactly.
in doing so, you allowing yourself a break, allowing yourself to reset. It helps that you keep on keeping that same momentum of having um great experience, or people keep giving those great reviews because you doing what you need to do as a business owner. So I feel like that
Mhm.
collaborations go hand in hand because regardless if they're free or paid, they help you out in some way.
Exactly. Yeah, because now all of my brides this year, they like, well, where was that? Where did you do that tasting at? Because I need to come there. And now
Okay,
so
and
all
don't
of
even
them
know that
want,
you're helping me out, and now we can put a little
yeah,
service together, and we can make
yeah,
each other some money.
exactly. Because they are ready. I think I got somebody interested in beginning of April. So, we'll talk more about that off camera. So tell everybody what you'll be doing at the Tipsy Picnic.
So at the TipSee PicNic, we'll of course be providing wine. Um, I believe we will be providing wine flights. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that where as though it's feasible. We will be providing frosés, and the frosé is just a frozen wine slushy. It's gonna be super cute, super bougie. While you guys is enjoying yourself at the event, we will be doing sangria, and we'll do one that's kind of geared towards the event. We will be selling merch as well. So we may be selling like a couple wine glasses and maybe some coaster sets as well. And then last but not least, I'm thinking about us probably possibly having some like ready-made charcuterie for people to be able to enjoy with the wines too. But we'll have
Okay.
our official list of everything that we're gonna do. I want to have it out and ready by the 21st.
Okay. Yes, yes. I'm enjoying all that, everything about it. Well, this didn't take us long. The last thing I just want to ask, what is some advice um that you would give to somebody who's looking to step into the wine industry?
Come see us. So if you are looking to get into the
Period.
wine industry in any way, shape, or form, and this is where your collaboration question came in. Don't be afraid to ask questions about anything. The problem is a lot of people lose out on business opportunities simply because they don't spark up a conversation. I've made business deals at the club. I've made business deals at
Listen, okay.
I've made business deals buying tennis shoes. At the end of the day, people want a service. They you sell yourself first, and then you sell what you sell. And so,
Exactly.
at the end of the day, no question is a dumb question. The only dumb questions is the ones you didn't ask. So at the end of the day, we are at 1 o'clock from Wednesday to Sunday. I'm there anytime after 1 o'clock, except for Friday and Saturday. We close at 10 p.m. Every other day we close at 8. So if you want to come through and ask any questions, or if you want to reach out to us via DM or email, definitely do that. And whatever answers we can give you, we'll give them to you. If we don't have an answer for you, then we might know somebody who will. So my whole thing is, as far as advice, just start.
Yeah.
You'll never know how successful you'll be in a business if you don't try. So focus groups are good depending on what kind of product or service you're offering. Um, what else? But yeah, last but not least, just start. Um, Everything is a work in progress. McDonald's didn't start out as McDonald's. I'm pretty sure they started out with just one sandwich. Keep going, and eventually, it'll get to where you're going. They always talk about how Amazon started in somebody's garage. We seen how Apple did their thing. Everything starts off looking janky. Everything starts off looking not as good as you would like it to
Listen,
be. But as
okay.
long as you keep that vision of how you really want to look, once it's
Keep
all said and done, you'll get there.
going. I'm telling you, I look back at some of my cocktails when I really kind of like started off in 2019 versus where
Mhm.
I'm at now. Baby, the you know what I'm saying? Trust in yourself, believe in yourself. And I just told myself, I know that even though I have years of experience behind my belt, when you're not practicing something every day, you're not going, perfect it. You can't perfect it. Even with me and when I was a makeup artist, just stepping into that point of it, I had some discouraging times, but hmm, I've been liking the way my little beats been coming out. That don't
I was
mean I'm
about to
about
say,
to start doing
Steve, I
makeup
was about to
again.
say, I was a couple of days you've been doing your makeup and too.
I ain't about to do everybody else's again. Again, like I told him yesterday with the graphic arts, I don't, I can't. I can pull you a drink, but I can't do nothing else.
Right. I feel you.
But I might, I don't know. But that's a big might, But I appreciate you. I am
No
looking
problem. Thank you
forward.
for
We're
having
gonna
me
put
on.
together this pre-mixer for the merchants and the artists
Mhm.
soon, and as always, I love you
Yes,
and
love you
thank
too. I
you,
appreciate
thank you.
it. No
And
problem.
we'll talk more. We'll talk more. I'm gonna start getting ready for this little girl to get home. And thank you.
All right. Well, I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You in the presence of a queen, nigga. I could change your life. Do you wanna be my king?
Thank y'all for watching tonight's topic. I'm your host, Big Tip with the drip drip. Come with me and enjoy a sip, cause we gonna be lit. You heard me. Now, talk to y'all tomorrow.